Have you ever had an old fashioned with so much proof it can be considered a hazardous material? Well, I'm about to do that. Let's go. Welcome back to Old Fashioned Ways. I recently did a review on my first Hazmat. It was Garrison Bros Cowboy 2023 edition. If you have not seen that review, I suggest you go check it out soon so that you have a chance to win a sample. I will leave a link for it right here. All I can say is that review was just wow. So much goodness in one bottle, but I can't say too much more. I immediately knew I had to make an old fashioned out of this. The trick was how to make an old fashioned that highlights the spirit but does not take away from it. There's just so much goodness in this bottle, I wanted to highlight it. The other thing is, I've done another old fashioned with last year's Garrison Bros Cowboy and it was great. But I did not want to repeat the same thing.
See, we don't want to repeat us.
I kept thinking about this and figuring out how I'm gonna change it and make it even better. And then I finally had one of those aha moments. So as I was pouring out the samples for the giveaway, I decided to pour myself a little sippy sip and thought maybe give me some inspiration. Let me tell you, it was a great sippy sip. 3 things happened next. It was like the stars all aligned for this. So 1, I offered my wife a sip to try and she really liked it. It also so happened that she made some cookies called Mexican hot chocolate cookies for the weekend. She mentioned that it paired very well with her cookies. So of course I went and grabbed a cookie. I had to try it for myself, right? 2, I knew I wanted to highlight the cocoa powder and the candy nuts that I tasted in the Cowboy. So I decided that I was going to use a pecan bitters and a chocolate bitters. 3, as my wife and I got into bed, she asked me again about the cookies and she mentioned, could I taste the cayenne and the cinnamon she added to the cookies? That is when it hit me.
Then it hit me.
How many recipes have I seen with cayenne added to chocolate and sometimes a little cinnamon? There were so many I'd seen. Also, I will leave a link for my wife's cookie recipe below just in case you want to try it too. And I suggest if you have seen the Cowboy, try it with the Cowboy. Cocktail quiz time. Why does chocolate and cayenne work so well together? Maybe because I'm crazy for Cocoa Puffs? Now, that was the question I asked my wife Emily. Why does cayenne and chocolate work so well together? And all she told me was, because it does. Well, that's not the way my brain works. I needed more information, so I immediately reached out to my chef son and also my chef friend Javi. They both kind of gave me a good explanation, but I was sent an article that helped explain it a lot better. So if you want to read that article, I will leave a link for it down below. If you enjoy these videos, please like and subscribe. Also hit that notification bell, that way you don't miss out on anything. Now, I'm getting a lot closer to hitting 1,000 subs. And when I do, I will be doing a giveaway. I'll be giving away these 3 bottles. E.H. Taylor Small Batch, E.H. Taylor Rye, and E.H. Taylor Single Barrel. That's right, one winner will win all 3 of these. So make sure to subscribe so you have a chance. Let's start making the Treacherous Aces High Cowboy Old Fashioned. 2 ounces Garrison Bros Cowboy 2023. 1 dash El Guapo Chicory Pecan. 1 dash Hella Mexican Chocolate. Half an ounce of hint of cinnamon and cayenne simple syrup. Orange peel. Alright, so let's start making the Treacherous Aces High Cowboy Old Fashioned. Now, this one's going to be made directly in a large old fashioned glass. Let's first pour in the ½ ounce of the cayenne and cinnamon. Now, it's more of a hint of cinnamon and cayenne in this than anything else. It's more of a simple brown sugar with a hint of that. But of course, I'll leave in the description below on how to make this one. We're gonna go ahead and pour that in first. Next, we're gonna be adding 1 dash of El Guapo Chicory Pecan Bitters. It's to highlight the candy nut flavor that you actually get in this Cowboy. We're also adding 1 dash of this Mexican Chocolate Bitters. I like using this. It's a good brand that has a lot of flavor, but we're using this and we're just doing 1 dash. We're only using 1 dash to bring out the cocoa flavor in this.
Everything's gone cocoa for cuckoo poops.
I'm not trying to use too much of anything else because I really want this spirit to come through. So that's why we're just doing dash here and a dash there. We're not adding too much to it. Now we're gonna carefully pour in 2 ounces of this Hazmat. Now we gotta be careful, right? It's Hazmat. You know, could be hazardous to our health. Well, here it goes. So not to be wasteful, we're also going to add this large ice in there. I'm using the skull because it is Hazmat, so that kind of what makes me think of. We'll drop that in there carefully, not to spill anything anywhere. Next, we're going to stir this drink just a little bit, just to mix it all together. I really don't want to water this down, and this is why I made it directly inside the glass. I didn't want to actually put it in and water it down with that ice and put it back in here. I want to keep this as close to Hazmat as I can. Now with the large lemon peel, we definitely want to express the oils over the drink. And maybe we should have done the flame one. That would be kind of been cooler. But didn't think about that till this moment. And now we're gonna garnish with an orange with the little skull on there. And there you go, there you have it. The Treacherous Aces High Cowboy Old Fashioned. Cocktail quiz time. Why does chocolate and cayenne work so well together? The fat of the chocolate tames the heat, and the sweet, fruity flavor of the chili provides a tasty complement, as they both contain many complementary flavors. All right, now it's time to taste this Treacherous Aces High Cowboy Old Fashioned. I love the way it looks. I love how dark it is. And I know you can't really see it, but I love the way the skull looks in here. It looks terrific. Let's go in for that first smell. So right away you get the smell of the orange that we express the oils over, and then really quickly you do get to start smelling that cowboy in there. I'm excited about this one. Let's go in for that first drink. Exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to first taste the cowboy, and that's what hits you right in front.
Hello, cowboy.
You get the cowboy taste, you get all that. And then you get a hint of cinnamon right through the middle. And it seems to be taking over for a second. I'm like, ooh, did I go overboard with that cinnamon? I was adding just a little bit, because a little bit of cinnamon goes a long way. But then the chocolate just kind of kicks in right after that. And now I'm back to tasting the cowboy. And that's what I wanted. The evolution of flavors to highlight the bourbon, to highlight those flavors that I really liked in it. And then at the end, bonus, you get to taste the bourbon again. I'm gonna go in for a second drink with this one. Yep. This is probably my favorite old fashioned I've ever made, and I've made quite a few. I've tasted a lot more than I've recorded. This one just has such an emotion of flavors going through my mouth. I love every second of it. I'm still tasting it now. I'm still just enjoying it now. Gonna take a moment for this for a second. Wow. Garrison Brothers, you're kicking some butt out there. Amazing bourbon makes an amazing old fashioned, and I'm gonna have to stop right now because I will finish this before I let my wife taste this, and I will get in trouble if I don't let her taste it. So
I'll be in so much trouble.
Thank you for joining me on another old fashioned rabbit hole. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscription button. Get a chance to win. I will see you on our next journey. Cheers, my friends.